Hey, just welcome back to sort of Is It Worth It? So today's episode we got this cool thing here, and pin what these are some portable power bank. You can see right here we do have two of them from the same exact brand, which is the Anker brand. And the way how they design both of these is actually very similar in terms of what you guys do get. Both of them, the size is almost about the same when you guys do look at it. And the power that does provide for both of these is almost about the same. So I believe for both of them it does provide you guys like 30 watts of power when you guys do use it. But for this one right here, it provides you guys two USB-C option and one USB. This one here provides guys one USB-C option and one USB, but it does have a built-on cable for you guys to use. So that way you guys don't have to carry this cable if you guys don't need to, which is really awesome. And once you guys done using it, you guys can bring it back up like this. So that way you can carry it like that if you guys do want to. But for this one right here, you still have to bring your own cable in order for it to use it. For both of these power bank, it does provide you guys 10,000 milliamp. So that's enough for you guys to recharge your devices like 2 times. And for both of these, they do have a button for you to press. So this one's on top and this is on the side. Once you guys do press on it, it does turn on screen to show you guys how much battery percentage is on here when you guys do use it. So this one's at 84 and this is at 31, if you guys can see right there. The way how they design the material looks very similar in terms of what you guys do get in the front, but when you guys do look at slide, it's slightly different. This one has like this material on here to give you guys a pretty good grip. This one also give you guys that material as well, but it's different design, you can see. And then when you guys do look at the back part right here, it is slightly different. And the size different for both of these, and definitely see how this one a little bit more bigger, or the length is a little bit more wider, and this is a little bit more shorter, just by a little bit. And I believe the way how they design this part right here, it does allow you guys to use both of the USB-C option as the input or output. Same thing for this one here. So this one allows you guys to use as the input or output, and this one as well. But for the USB option, it only allows you guys to use the output option, and this as well. And that's pretty much everything that's on the product. So one right now is the plug-in cable to show you guys how to charge both of them first. So start with this one here. So once you guys plug in cable on top right here, it shows you guys how it's charging. So right now it's around 84%, and they mentioned how it probably takes around 21 minutes to recharge it from 84 to 100%, which is pretty fast. And just to show you guys how much power it does provide, let me use my tester. So let's do plug in here. Once you guys plug it in, you can see how much power it does provide when you guys do use it. So currently it's providing around 17 watts of power when we do use it. You'll probably provide a lot more power when I do have like other stuff not plugged in at the same time. Let me actually unplug it to show you guys what I mean. Alright, so I just tried to re-plug everything and see what happens. It looks like it's about the same. So it's still charging around like 17 watts when we do use it. You can see right there. And I think the reason why is because our battery percentage on here right now is at 85%. So it can't charge as fast as where we want it to be. You can see. So I guess when it's probably around like 10% or 20%, it'll probably guys more power up to like 30 watts of power when you do use it. But now I'll try to use the output option and see how much power it does provide when you guys use it. So for this test, I'm plugging in here, and other side I'm plugging in my power bank, which is this one here. So once you guys do plug it in, you guys see how much power it does provide when you guys do use it. So for this one in particular, for the Anker Prime power bank, it does show you guys like the battery percentage, the time left, and how much power it does provide. Where for this one here, it does not. So if you guys are interested in this one, feel free to check it out. I love this one a lot. This one right here is a 12,000 mAh power bank that works really well in terms of what you guys do get. But you see how it does provide you guys around 28 watts of power when you guys do use it. So very close to 30 watts like they mentioned. Now I'm gonna actually test the other one and show you guys how it does work for this one. So let's plug in the cable here. We're gonna try this option first. Once you guys plug it in, you can see how it starts charging. Same thing for this one, show you guys the battery percentage and how much time is left to recharge it, which is around 1 hour. But if you guys are curious about how much power it does provide, let's use the tester. Once you guys plug it in, you can see how much power it does provide when you guys use it. So for this one, definitely probably you guys way more power. It's showing 29.99% or 29.99 watts. So definitely probably has a lot more power on this one because the battery percentage on here is way lower. So it's around like 30%, you can see. So the product definitely does work, and it does probably a lot more power when you guys use it on a lower percentage. But once it reaches like 80%, 90%, it will slow down speed, just like how you can see for this one right here. But now I'll try to use the other output on here and see how it does work if you guys would use it. So same thing for this one, I want to use tester, and we'll plug it into this one here. And we'll see what happens first. Once you guys do plug it in, you can see. So it looks like when we do plug it in automatically on here, it sets as the input option to recharge our power bank right here. So it definitely works as the input option when you guys use as well. Currently providing around 30.93 watts to charge our power bank here. But let me try to figure out how to use this option as output from our other device. Let me try to use it from a MacBook Air, which we do have right here. So once you guys plug it in, you can see how much power it does provide when you guys do plug it in here. So currently it's providing around 27.59 watts when you guys do use it. So very close to the 30 watts that they mentioned on here. But very cool how they do provide you guys an option on here for you guys to use as an input and output option for the built-in cable. That way you don't have to bring a separate cable if you guys don't need to. And that's pretty much everything for both of these products. Like I mentioned, once you get it done, bring it back up like this, and very easy for you to bring it along and carry around if you guys do need to. So whether if you guys want to plug in one device at a time or all three of them at the same time, just keep in mind the max power on here is 30 watts. So if you guys do plug in all three of them at the same time, it will spread out between all three. But if you guys only plug in one at a time, it probably got a maximum of 30 watts power when you do that. So that is pretty much everything that's on the product. Now that we show you guys what it looks like and how it does work, now to answer the question of whether or not it's worth or not. So for both of these products, they are worth it for what you guys do get, especially the design and material is actually very similar. But when you guys compare both of these in terms of which one's the better option to go for, I think it's pretty obvious that this one right here is a better option to go for because it is a little bit newer and also the technology on here is slightly better. And also the design is better as well, and they do have a built-on cable for you to use. That way you guys don't have to bring extra cable or different cable to use on here, especially sometime when you guys forget to bring cable. I feel like at this point, especially more useful if the new iPhone does have like the new USB-C option for you guys to plug in. That way you can just use this cable to actually plug it in to use it. And it's so compact and so portable for you to bring along. Compared to this one right here, you still have to bring a cable with you. So it's not as convenient for you guys to use. So this one's a lot more worth it for what you guys do get if you guys compare these two right here. But obviously, if you guys want the most power, this one's actually a lot more powerful, and it does provide you guys a maximum of 120 watts for two cables at the same time, which is 65 watts for each. This one's a lot more powerful in terms of what you guys do get, since it also has a GaN prime technology. But comparing these two right here, this one's definitely a lot more worth it. But then obviously for those of you guys who don't want or don't need one or have one of these, obviously don't buy one and save it on something else actually do need. So that's basically everything for this video itself. If you guys like this video, make sure to smash that like button in the bottom. That will definitely help this video out, and it will definitely help with the algorithm as well to promote more videos for you guys so you guys can see more of the videos or similar videos as well. But as always, make sure to stay positive, be you, and I'll see you guys in the next episode of Is It Worth It? Peace.